guarantee you that. My name is Don Richmond. I'm one of the board members here at Society Hall. Just want to announce a few upcoming shows, and thank you all for being here. Let's see, I usually get my little list out before I get up here, and I didn't do that, so let's see how I do. I can actually remember a few of them. Next Friday, a week from tonight, there's a singer-songwriter, another great singer-songwriter from the great state of Texas. I don't know, there's something in the water down there that seems to crank out great songwriters. But his name is Terry Klein, and I haven't met him and not familiar with him. But Walt Wilkins told me that we should get Terry Klein, and that was good enough for me. And I've been hearing about him other places as well. He's just getting quite a storm of accolades going around him. So it should be a wonderful show. That's next Friday. And let's see, the week after that, yet another great Texas singer-songwriter, Lisa Morales, will be here on July 20th. She used to play with her sister as Sisters Morales, and they were quite world-renowned, basically. And unfortunately, her sister passed away, but Lisa is carrying on and doing great work. She's an amazing entertainer, does a lot of bilingual Spanish and English, and she's going to have her son with her playing guitar, and I guess he's a hot rod too. I don't know. Maybe you guys know him, but anyway, that should be great. And then the week after that, a San Luis Valley girl who's been playing her fiddle in Nashville for the last 20 years or so, Myrna Lewis, is going to be back with her kind of all-star, all-female Western band called Gone with the West. They were here last year. I think it was last year, and they're amazing. I mean, they really are. Each one of them is quite renowned and accomplished, and put them all together, and it's really quite a group. So, and if Myrna gets all of her San Luis Valley family to come, you all won't be able to get in because the seats will all be sold. So you might get your tickets. I'm probably exaggerating that slightly, but she does have a lot of family here. She was the niece of the great fiddle teacher Betty Friel, and who just started an incredible, an incredible bunch of fiddlers here in the valley, and a real tradition, and was so well loved by so many. And one of the fiddlers that she started was her niece Myrna, and Myrna has been tearing it up in Nashville for the last 20 years or so. So it's pretty cool. Anyway, there's lots more coming up. You can check out the Society Hall website, or we'll try to keep you posted. But tonight, great to have these guys in the house, and great to have Mike Blakely. He's been here several times, and has developed a nice following in the valley here, and always a pleasure to see him. But he has brought two other equally renowned singer-songwriters from Texas with him, and they sort of sound like a law firm, but they're not exactly. But that is kind of where their name came from. But would you please welcome Mike Blakely, John M. Greenberg, John Arthur Martinez, the Outlaw Firm.
Thank you. Thank you, Don. Thank you, Terry. And thank you, Mike Blakely, for letting us onto the stage with you to do this show that you didn't have to share the bill with. But thank you so much. It's been a pleasure working with my buddy Mike Blakely over the years. And one of our earlier tours, Mike and Johnny helped me finish a song that I needed help with. And boy, I'm really pleased with it. And we're going to debut it here to you guys at Alamosa. This is going to be on our next record. I keep telling myself that nothing is wrong, but the ink in my pen knows only sad songs. It smears blue on the page. The ink is always, the ink is always, the ink is always blue. Sometimes I can't think of new lines for a tune, but when the words start to flow, you know the tears fill the room, and the tears start to roll down my face. The ink is always, the ink is always, ink is always blue. You know I've tried other hues, but I just get confused. It always comes back to the blue. The ink is always, the ink is always, ink is always blue. You know the ink is always, ink is always, ink is always, ink is always, ink is always blue. Thank you much.
Well, that was a fun way to start. This is great. We've been on this this tour up in Colorado and Texas and New Mexico, and last night we were doing a 4th of July show, and we didn't get to do these softer, introspective songs. So I'm really excited we get to do these storytelling songs, and we're very grateful you're here. We're going to do some songs off our latest release, which came out late last year. But this is one that my good friend John Arthur Martinez recorded back in 2010. I wrote with a guy. It's a true story about him. Grew up in a town about 90 miles southwest of where I live in Fredericksburg. And it was a really harrowing tale. And I asked him to just tell me the whole story. And I put words into it and music. And I was bartending at the time at a place called Lukenbach, Texas. I don't know if y'all ever heard of that. I know you have. But I said, man, just come on up and I'll play it for you, like during lunch or something like that. And I did, and he started weeping. So I think I got it right. So when John Arthur heard it, he recorded it, and I didn't record it for another 12 years. But we're gonna do it, kind of mix our versions together, and we came up with this. And of course, Mike does the mandolin and beautiful harmonies. It's called Utopia. It goes like this. On cheap California wine, I was breastfed and reared by a mama who wouldn't want to eat once my daddy disappeared. She closed her bloodshot eyes, touched her finger to the map, to a small Texas town. There'll be no more grapes or rat. At each end of town was a welcome sign she wanted to believe, but that edge of town would cut you down if you ever tried to leave. And we lived on 187, and I prayed with each sunrise that we'd settle on a piece of heaven, and we'd found our paradise. Was it heaven on earth or kingdom come? A little love both on either one. It wasn't meant to be this way, but we stayed in Utopia. Battered years we lived out of a pickup truck. When she told me to make my bed, I just put the tailgate up. And how I ever lived to this ripe young age, I'm not really sure. And if I ever really learned right from wrong, it was damn sure not from her. Was it heaven on earth or kingdom come? A little love both or neither one. It wasn't meant to be this way, but we stayed in Utopia. 21 years later, inside I'm still a child, and I'm playing tag with my past. It'll catch me once in a while. I have to fight the bottle every day of my life. Another long drawn out battle, I win some of the time. And I hear my mama's still around, but to me she'll never be. Got a family of my own, now she tried turning them on me. I think I'll roll down 187 one more time, try to catch that piece of heaven she could never find. Was it heaven on earth or kingdom come? A little love both or neither one. It wasn't meant to be this way, but we stayed. Oh, we stayed in Utopia. Utopia. My Utopia. 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 Thank you. How about John Arthur right there?
All right, as a lot of y'all know, I like to play some bittersweet cowboy songs every now and then that I made up. Here's one I wrote a long time ago. It's called Would Have Been a Cowboy for You. How you getting by out on that mountain, so far away from town and friends and family and me? So I don't have to tell you, I've been counting every day that passes in this chain of misery. Why'd you go and marry you a cowboy when you never even told me what to do? I was never sworn to the easy life I was born to. If you had only asked me to, I would have been a cowboy for you. I wish that you'd have told me what you wanted, so I could have taken on the life you had in mind. Am I broken hearted? Hell, I'm haunted. Did you have to marry the first cowboy you could find? Why'd you go and marry you a cowboy when you never even told me what to do? I was never sworn to the easy life I was born to. If you had only told me true, I would have been a cowboy for you. Hell, I'd have rode the moon over the mountain, branded every shooting star that flew. I'd have rode forever, crossed 1,000 freezing rivers, if you'd have given me one clue. I would have been a cowboy for you. Come on. Some finer point I must have been missing. And so I took a job out on a ranch about 6 months ago. Tonight up on your mountain, if you'll listen, you'll hear me singing mournful from the prairies down below, singing, why'd you go and marry you a cowboy when you never even told me what to do? I'd have made the changes, died out on the ranges, but I never even knew. I should have been a cowboy for you. Should have been a cowboy. I could have been a cowboy for you. Should have been a cowboy. You know I would have been a cowboy for you. Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Mighty fine, Mikey, mighty fine. Here's one I wrote with another one of those Texas singer-songwriters Don was talking about. There's something in the water. This one was in Lampasas, Texas. His name was Zach Huckabee, and he came up to me. He wanted to write a song with me, and he said, I got this great song idea. He said, what good is a cigarette if it ain't never been smoked? And so I said, Zach, that's a great idea. It's a great idea, but I'm not a smoker, so I just can't relate it. So anyway, we kind of went a different direction, and it started turning into a pretty good song. I started dreaming about it, and that's when you know you got a good one. And I had this dream in the middle of the night, and I knew what I had to do to finish the chorus, to make the chorus make sense. There's several things that I mentioned in the chorus, and I'm not going to give it away to you right now. You'll see what I'm talking about. But it all came together whenever I opened my wife's heirloom family Bible. And anyway, I'll let the song tell you the rest of it. He said the Lord's Prayer through his sober lips. He solemnly swore he'd never touch it again. On the Bible that he kept right next to his bed, with her picture in the pages he seldom read, he turned to the gospel according to John, and he soon realized what's done is done. The whiskey won't bring back the woman he loved. The bottle don't know when enough is enough. What good is the anger if it ain't worth the fight? What good is the sunset if you can't see the light? What good is the Bible if it ain't never been read? What good is I love you if it ain't never been said? He poured his last bottle down the hotel drain. He caught a stranger's reflection in the window pane. Who have I become? He said from his knees. A million empty glasses won't erase her memory. What good is the anger if it ain't worth the fight? What good is the sunset if you can't see the light? What good is the Bible if it ain't never been read? What good is I love you if it ain't never been said? He was too proud to let a woman take his keys. He said again and again he'd only had 2 or 3. She even tried in vain to force them from him, but it was a fight she wouldn't win. What good is the anger if it ain't worth the fight? What good is the sunset if you can't see the light? What good is the Bible if it ain't never been read? What good is I love you if it ain't never been? What good is the anger if it ain't worth the fight? What good is the sunset if you can't see the light? What good is the Bible if it ain't never been read? And what good is I love you if it ain't never been said? What good is I love you if it ain't never been said? Thank y'all.
Well, this is really fun. I mean, Robert and Brian, you guys are doing an amazing job. I know sound check's always like, "Rrr." It's like as Walt Wilkins would say, it's a cradle of love up here. I played with Walt for 5 years. I don't know. I guess you guys know who he is. Another Texan, yeah. And we had a group called the Mysticeros. We started that group together back in 2006 and had many adventures on the road. One of my favorite stories that he told me. I probably shouldn't say this. Let's pretend that somebody else said this, okay? We'll just make believe with me. But he used to say, John, I have so many guys. I go hear them and everything, and sometimes they're great, and other times But I always want to say something positive. If I hear something, I'm like, you okay? And he always would say, hey man, I'm really glad I got to hear you. And that's a really positive thing, right? Well, Mike and I had a show together in Marble Falls for 10 years called Tex Americana Tuesdays, and we had, it was a who's who. We had Fromholtz and Miranda Lambert and Ryan Bingham. But this is before they were, they wouldn't come do it now, but, But in any case, one night, there's a big poster of Dana Cooper in the background, in the backstage, and we had him as one of our guests, and the format was Mike and I would play a set, and then the guest would come up and do their set, and we'd pass the tip jar and everything. It was really great. We did it for 10 years, and I remember that night, Mike and I did our set, and I think I just got back off the road. It probably wasn't our best night, and Dana said, I'm really glad I got to hear you. Oh, I'm really glad I got to hear you.
Really glad I got to hear you.
Okay, so I practiced that night, got better. I don't know. Anyway, here's a song I wrote with Mike during the Great Freeze in Texas of 2023. We had the same idea for a song, and he entrusted me with it, and I sent it back to him nervously because he is the Western novelist, aficionado, all things Western, and I'm really not that guy. I grew up in Oklahoma City and got to Texas as quick as I could, but I sent him the song, just kind of emailed it to him, and he said, perfect, don't change a thing. So, all right.
That's all right, good.
So we're going to put this on the next record, I think. It's called Reason to Ride. As a young buck, I would saddle up for no reason at all and ride across these ranges from the winter through the fall. For 20 some odd years I rode for the brand with pride. I didn't need a reason to ride. No, I didn't need a reason to ride. I had everything I wanted at my side. Mountain air and a mounted bear and a spirit as my guide. I didn't need a reason to ride. There's a bunkhouse full of tall tales, some with laughter, some with woes. I feel the chill of winter from my hat brim to my toes. The flame that stoked this cowboy life no longer burns inside. Now I'm looking for a reason to ride. Yeah, I'm looking for a reason to ride. There's something I'm still yearning deep inside. A trusty steed and a cowboy creed ain't enough to be my guide. I'm looking for a reason to ride. It's Mike Blakely, y'all. There's a mountain range between us, and it's been way too long. Love this cowboy life, but with her's where I belong. And only one more season, then I'll make that gal my bride. I finally found my reason right. Yeah, she's my reason right. In this winter of my cowboy life, I'll gallop on that stallion through these ranges one last time. She's my reason to ride. I finally found my reason to ride. Thank you, fine people. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for fixing that song for me, Johnny. I didn't know what to do with it.
This next song I want to do.
Can I see one?
Oh no! I guess I did this last night too. I get so excited.
He's on London time. He's driving on the wrong side of the road.
Yeah. Anyway,
what you doing, Mikey?
I was going to bring up a guy that we know, though. Is a guy named Dr. Ken Garrett, one of our fans. And this happens sometimes where a fan will have an idea for a song. And he approached John Arthur, Dr. Ken did, and he said this really sad relationship in his past, and it was very poignant. And so John Arthur wrote a song with him about that incident. It turned out to be a beautiful song. And then so he got the songwriting bug. Dr. Ken Garrett did, and he started, pitching more ideas at us. And he's a really great guy. Let me describe him a little bit. He's a radiologist, world-renowned, to the point where he doesn't have to go into the clinic and work. He works from home with his computer and his email. People send him these images of x-rays from all over the world, and he knows how to read them better than anybody. He helps the doctors everywhere figure out, what to do with their patient. So he works from home, and he looks more like a biker than a doctor. He's got a good beard. He drives a Harley, and he goes around to music festivals because he's a huge music fan. And he kept pitching me these ideas, and I knew him well enough where I could just laugh him off sometimes. And I don't know, Doc, I'm really good. I'm glad I got to hear that idea. But but finally, she shot me this idea. It's called A Town Called Paradise, and this song's about anybody who's ever wanted to live in a place like Alamosa, Colorado. But maybe you're stuck in a big city, like Dallas and Austin, Houston, like where we live, or any big city, and you just want to get Denver for y'all, and you just really want to get out to a simpler lifestyle, smaller town, maybe even out in the country on your own little piece of paradise, So that's what the song was about, and we wrote it together. And Dr. Ken Garrett took it very seriously because he lived in Dallas when we first started writing this song. After we wrote the song, he moved to the tiny Texas town of, what's it called? Granite Shoals. So tiny, y'all probably don't even know where it is. You know where it is. So he took the song very seriously, and he moved from Dallas to Granite Shoals. This is called, A Town Called Paradise. Population 2. I can read it on your face. You've had it with this place. You're sick and tired of the rat race. Honey, I am too. Traffic jams and deadlines, crime waving a headline, smoke choking the sunshine. I tell you what, let's do. We'll find a place somewhere with some clear, fresh air, and we'll roll like a pair of dice. Honey, just me and you. We'll look up at the stars at night, far from the big city light, in a town called Paradise. Population 2. What would we have to give up? I can deal with a pay cut. Hey, let's get out of this death rut, honey, while we still can. Say goodbye to the concrete. Find a turn off this one-way dead-end street. Let's get some grass under our feet. I'm not afraid to get a little dirt on my hand. We'll find a place somewhere with some clear, fresh air, and we'll roll like a pair of dice. Honey, it's just me and you. Look up at the stars at night, far from the big city lights, in a town called Paradise. Population 2. Play it for Paradise, Johnny. Johnny played it for Paradise. With a wide open view of the western sky. Hey, we'll lose these big city blues, honey, just you and I. The pretty smile on your face tells me you love our new place, far away from the rat race. Honey, I love you too. Darling, don't ever think twice. I would make every sacrifice to remain here in Paradise. Population 2. We found a place somewhere with some clear, fresh air, and we'll roll like a pair of dice. Honey, just me and you. Now we look up at the stars at night, far from the big city lights, in a town called Paradise. Population 2. Town called Paradise. Population 2. Just me and you, babe. Here we are in Paradise, y'all. You're lucky to be here. It's good to be us.
Now I can do a song. Sorry, Mike, I did that last night. I got it all excited. I recorded this next song with these two guys in my home studio, and it was probably because of their harmonies on this song that John said, man, we ought to do a trio album. And this is one that I wrote during the pandemic. A buddy of mine called. He was worried about me because I didn't have any gigs, and he knew that without gigs I might be suffering a little bit. And so we started talking and reminiscing, and so anyway, I'll let the song tell you everything that we talked about. You freed me from the falling rain when you called me this early Monday morning. You heard the wind and felt my pain. Instinctively, you knew I was alone.
You brought it by shenanigans. We reminisced until the sun was shining. About the crazy things we did for grins. You kept me talking on the phone. You freed me from a faithless night as you recalled my early stabs at poetry. Inspired by the Pert and Alice High at Willie's show outside of town. The broken gasoline gauge, the cold night with Amanda in my Chevy. The day the Allman Brothers took the stage with Jerry, Jeff, and Maynard Downs. You freed my soul with laughter as we joked about the New Year's Eve in Nolanville. And the awkward ride with your dad so we could post your bail on New Year's Day. The talk turned to the early wheel, Rusty Weir, the spoken armadillo. The songs we shared, how music heals, how it's all part of every show I play. How do you know when to call? How do you know I'm in free fall? You freed me with your faithful words. You listened when I chose to speak more fearlessly. You lifted me with lyrics I first learned on the old guitar you gave me. Christopherson still speaks the truth. I still play so many of those melodies. So last night when I felt the blues, your phone call on a stormy Monday saved me. Last night when I felt the blues, your phone call on a stormy Monday, well, it saved me. Thank you.
Very nice, very nice, very nice. When you have a great room with a great crowd and a great sound guy, it's very hard to hit a bad note. But I'll still find a way. This song's on our new record that we have over there. We actually did vinyl. We did vinyl. None of us had ever done vinyl before. And man, it's cool. You get to kind of roll back to the 70s and actually put artwork in there. And this song's on there. This is a song about our good friend Jeff Wildhorse Posey, who's getting married for the third time. And Mike officiated the wedding, so we knew it was going to work. And it has. He's got a great gal. But I needed help finishing this song. And I went over to Mike. He was, his first wedding, I think he was going to perform. And not that he had enough on his plate. I said, Mike, I need your help. You and Annie, his wife, beautiful wife, Annie. And they helped me finish this in the 11th hour, and we played it for him. And Jeff's a great songwriter, too. We'll do some songs that he's co-written with us. He's a resident now of Weatherford, Texas. Still married. I told you, this one's going to stick. Jay Nice. She's so nice. We call her. Her name's Janice. We call her Jay Nice. All right. A song called Lucky. All face to face, arm in arm. Sometimes you win first place, when the third time's a charm. So when I finally found your love, I understood. Yeah, I'd rather be lucky than good. Skill is overrated when the stars align. Souls get traded when they're short on time. Got the better of my devil when no one thought I could. Yeah, I'd rather be lucky than good. Lucky than good. I never thought I'd live to see the day. Lucky than good. When everything would come my way. Now more than ever I win more than I should. And I'd rather be lucky than good. Hearts so random, two hearts in tandem, we found each other somehow. Look at us now. So here we are face to face, your hand in mine. In this beautiful space, the right place, the right time. Make a wish across your fingers, keep knocking on wood. And I'd rather be lucky than good. Lucky than I never thought I'd live to see the day. Lucky than good. Everything would come my way. Now more than ever I win more than I should. And I'd rather be lucky than good. Since I found you, little girl, I win more than I should. And I'd rather be lucky than good. Thank you, folks. Lucky.
Nice Mando solo, Lucky. That's a slow falling rain, Johnny. All right.
Read my mind. What little of it there is.
Well, my day job, sort of, is I write novels. I'm a historical novelist. I have a journalism degree, but after being in journalism a while, I kind of phased out of journalism and into fiction, which a lot of journalists are doing these days. I was kind of ahead of the pack on that whole thing. Anyway, so I started writing these novels. Most of them are historical novels set in the American West. You can think of them as westerns if you want to. And here, so every now and then I'll write a song about one of my characters I made up in one of my books. And I wrote this book called Shortgrass Song, and it's set in Colorado. The lead female character is named Amelia. And her story that I gave her in the book is that she came from the East Coast, and she was a rich girl in a rich family, but she fell in love with this danged old cowboy who was moving out to Colorado to start a new ranch, and she married him and moved out to the frontier and the Front Range, and had to give up all the nice things from polite society and live on the frontier. So this song is her husband Pete singing to her because he appreciates how many sacrifices she has made to live on the frontier. And the song is called Slow Falling Rain. 1, 2, 3.
Thunder rumbled in my dreams this morning. It was distant but plain. I tried to hold back the day and the dawning. I tried to dream of some rain. I heard the horses stampede to the stable. They always know. Waking up, I saw you in the breeze at the window, with your hair flowing. Keep on believing, Amelia. I understand your pain. You've given up your own dreams for me. You ain't got so much to gain. Just let me hold you whenever life starts to make you insane. Let me love you like a slow falling rain, like a rain. There's something soothing about the sound of the raindrops playing old window panes. There's something real about the ring of a rooftop singing under the rain. I believe we can get through the summer. I believe in this dream. I believe you're a sight to behold, with the lightning in your eyes gleaming. Keep on believing, Amelia. I understand your pain. You've given up your own dreams for me. You ain't got so much to gain. Just let me hold you whenever life starts to make you insane. Let me love you like a slow falling rain. Keep on believing, Amelia. I understand your pain. You've given up your own dreams for me, and you ain't got so much to gain. Just let me hold you whenever life starts to make you insane. Let me love you like a slow falling rain, like a rain, oh, like the rain. All right.
Very good, Kimosari.
All right, hey, thank you so much, y'all. That's the first set, just kind of flew by there, but we're going to take a little break here, and y'all come look at our merchandise if you want to. Hey, we're also doing a cruise on the high seas in January, leaving Galveston January 5th. If you'd like to go on a cruise with the Outlaw Firm, we've got some info on that there, too, along with our merchandise. But it's John Arthur Martinez over there. We'll be right back. And John M. Greenberg, I'm Mike Blakely. And coming back in the next set, we're going to have our good friend Don get up here and play some with us, too.
Hell yeah.
So we'll take a short break and be right back.
second set, and there's some really good news about the second set. Don Richmond's going to come up here on stage, and you all know what a maestro he is at several instruments, and he's going to play at least some fiddle with us, maybe some dobro. We'll just see what happens. Big round of applause for Don Richmond, everything he does for this community.
I'm going to start off with a song I wrote my buddy Mike Blakely years ago, and we wrote this for our grandfathers. My grandfather was a farmer in Cedar Creek, Texas. Well, I actually had 3 grandfathers because my mom remarried when I was very young, and I was raised in part by my stepfather's dad as well. But anyway, Mike's father's a fiddler, and this is a song about a fiddle. And so we thought it would be quite appropriate to have Don come up and join us on this one song called The Man Who Holds the Bow. School let out and the June bugs came. With the heat, all the prayers for rain. I spent that summer on my grandpa's farm, fiddling around and sweating up a storm. My grandpa sure was good with a bow. There wasn't one fiddle song he didn't know. He tried to show me the way he played, but you should have heard the noise I made. If I've learned a little, my granddad told me so. It ain't so much the fiddle, it's the man who holds the bow. The man who holds the bow. After my chores were done and the sun sank low, he tried to show me the Cotton Eye Joe. I played that fiddle till my fingers were sore, and in my dreams I played a little more. If I've learned a little, you know my granddad told me so. It ain't so much the fiddle, oh, it's the man who holds the bow. The man who holds the bow. I only learned one tune and I almost had it licked. The hay was baled and the cotton was picked. A cool rain fell before the leaves began to fall. I was fiddling at the harvest ball. If I've learned a little, you know my granddad told me so. It ain't so much the fiddle, oh, it's the man who holds the bow. If I've learned a little, you know my granddad told me so. It ain't so much the fiddle, it's the man who holds the bow. The man who holds the bow. It's the man who holds the bow.
Sweet. Yeah, don't go anywhere. This is too much fun. You want to play dobro on this? I think this is also in the key of E. I challenge myself. Sometimes I write songs with a lot of chords in them. But I made myself write a 3-chord song. 3 chords. So any of you aspiring to, pick up an instrument, it can be done. You can learn it about a week. I wrote this song right after my parents sold the house I grew up in. I'm 56. I know I only look like I'm 20. I know. Okay, maybe not 20, but anyway, the house is 57. I'm 56. I really, literally grew up in that house, and just kind of, I've got 3 keys on this key ring that I keep in my pocket. Now I have a key fob to start my car, but the keys on there are all significant to me in one way or another. And one was about the house I grew up in. I have it on there. And one was about a cousin of mine. And then another one was about a gal, college girlfriend. And I wrote this song in 3 chords. So you're gonna figure this one out, Don. It goes like this. It's called 3 Keys. The 3 keys on this key ring, I don't use them anymore. They only unlock memories, they don't work on any door. They all look the same, it's hard to tell them apart. But I can't part with any one of them, they're too close to my heart. The first one's to the only home that I've ever known. Up in Oklahoma, a home made of brick and stone. I drove away the other day, last time down her street. Now she's home to total strangers whom I never care to meet. I still carry that key. It'll always be precious to me. Reminds me where I come from, where I'm going, my Oklahoma home, the only one I've ever known. Cool. The next one's for a fighter who tapped out in the end. He's sorta like a brother, much more like a friend. Sorry. Gotta collect myself. Be a good time for a solo. Next one's for a fighter who tapped out in the end. He's sorta like a brother, much more like a friend. He fought the good fight with an unbending will. It's a symbol of a spirit that an illness couldn't kill. I still carry that key. It'll always be precious to me. His home was always open to everyone he'd meet. Back then I didn't need it, now it's everything to me. Next one's for a girl forever burned into my soul. Remember her like yesterday, though it was years ago. A flame that burned so brightly, burned only half as long. I could only say goodbye to her through a handful of songs. I still carry that key. It's the most precious one to me. Reminds me of every place that we'd ever been. I'd trade away that key just to hold her again. Hell, I'd trade away all 3 keys just to hold her again. Thank you all for putting up with me. Don Richmond on the dobro. That was beautiful, man. Beautiful. Mike Blakely on the mandolin. Great job, John Arthur. Good job, boys. What do you want him on? What instrument?
Dobro be good on this.
Hell yeah, it would.
All right. Last solo album I cut, I put this song on it here. It's called The Twist. And it's not about Chubby Checkers, although Chubby Checkers was cool. I remember when I was a little kid, Chubby Checkers.
Ready?
It's just the twist. It's a different kind of a twist. I wrote this with my buddy Damon Rogers, who's a sure enough full-time working cowboy. This is not a cowboy song, though. And the other co-writer was Ricardo Dobson, who passed away across the Great Divide about 4 months after we wrote this song. He was a great songwriter. He'd written songs for Johnny Cass and Johnny and June. And this was the last song he got to co-write or write with anybody. It's called The Twist. And when we finished the song, we weren't really sure what it's about. So you all see if you can figure it out, because we'd like to know. I was lost out in the mist. I made my hand into a fist. I added one more to my list. Therein lies the twist. That same old road threw me a curve. I guess we all get what we deserve. I knew the way until we kissed. Therein lies the twist. Therein lies the twist of the knife. What saves your soul could cost your life. That devil's deal is hard to resist. Therein lies the twist. Twist it, Don. Mighty fine, Don Richmond on the dobro. John M. Greenberg on the guitar. As you sow
so shall you reap. What you grow is yours to keep. My aim was true, but somehow I missed. Blame it on the twist. Therein lies the twist of the night. What saved your soul could cost your life. That devil's deal is hard to resist. Therein lies the twist. Twisted, Johnny. Therein lies the twist of the knife. What saved your soul could cost your life. That devil's deal ain't so hard to resist, y'all. Therein lies the twist. When I was lost out in the mist, I made my hand into a fist. I added one more to my list. Therein lies the twist. Blame it on the twist. It's all in the twist, y'all. Therein lies the twist. Don Richmond sitting in. I know he's never heard that song before. We all speak the same musical language, though.
We're going to do another one off the new record. Thank y'all for purchasing the new record. Those of you who are not going to regret it. We're really pleased with it. The mix, the way we tracked it. I'm most pleased with the harmony vocals, and it's because of these two guys. They're two of the greatest harmony vocalists on the planet. This is one that it's set in Round Mountain, Texas. Some of you I met know where that is. That's on US 281 north of San Antonio, west of Austin, near the US 281-71 intersection. And at one time, Round Mountain, Texas had more beer joints per capita than anywhere in the world. Beer joints and pool halls. That's a true story. I'm not making this stuff up. You see, there was a little ranching community, had maybe 70, 80 folks in it, and these folks, including the mayor, that was my uncle Alvino, decided that they wanted to make this part of the country wet, which meant they could sell adult beverages. And because Llano, you couldn't get a beverage in nearby Llano County, you couldn't get a beverage in nearby Burnett County or the other part of Blanco County. You had to go almost all the way to Austin to the east, almost all the way to San Antonio to the south, all the way to Fort Hood area to the north. Anyway, this is based on a true story. Walked to the store to buy a loaf of bread. Few people in the door and I ran into Cousin Fred. Johnny, I'm going down to shoot a game of pool. Easy bread waiting for a working man like you down at the pool hall. Down at the pool hall, they're shooting 9-ball. Pool hall. Well, now if you need some easy bread, stick with old Fred down at the pool hall. Take it, Mikey. I had a 20 in my pocket, soon I had some more. And if I had a shot, I called it, I was rolling in the dough. But I wish that I had sense enough to walk away right then, 'cause the shots got tough on me and Fred, and we wound up 0-10 down at the pool hall. Down at the pool hall, they're shooting 9-ball. Pool hall. Well, now if you need some easy bread, stick with old Fred down at the pool hall. Oh yeah, Johnny. Out of the way, Johnny. I had a 20 in my pocket, soon I had some more. And if I had a shot, I called it, I was rolling in the dough. But I wish that I had sense enough to walk away right then, 'cause the shots got tough on me and Fred, and we wound up 0-10 down at the pool hall. Down at the pool hall, they're shooting 9-ball at the pool hall. Well, now if you need some easy bread, stay away from Fred at the pool hall. Y'all sing it with us. Down at the pool hall. 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 Pool hall. Thank you. I forgot to tell you that that the little beer joint that where my stepfather used to go was the first place in Texas that sold that banquet beer from Colorado. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So that's why this place was so popular.
Oh man! All right, I'm gonna throw a C sharp minor / E at you. We're gonna put them to the test over here. We're going to do a song I wrote with the aforementioned Jeff Wild Horse Posey. Great songwriter out of Weatherford, Texas. Really good part-time cowboy, part-time cowboy. He bought a company that half the time when I'm on the phone with him, he's dropping off dumpsters. He paired up with the fire departments and construction dumpsters. That's his new thing now. I don't know why I tell you this other than I always try to keep up with what Jeff is doing, and that's the latest. We wrote this song about 25 years ago, and it made it on a record by a group called the Panhandlers. There's two Panhandlers. The one I was in was the first one out of Oklahoma, and then there's another one that stole the name out of Texas. Anyway, we put this song as part of a trilogy, but we decided to put it on the new record because I'd never recorded it myself. It's called Prison Rodeo Clown. It's a bluegrass song where nobody actually dies. A little slower than usual. 1,
Charlie just got out today, he served 5 of 30. Charlie swears he's coming clean, forgot the whole world's dirty. He hocked his saddle for a promise ring, swore she'd wait forever. Guess you never ought to trade shiny golden leather. Charlie, keep both your head and your engine on. Sure been good to see, though we know you can't stay long. You're bound to get 8 second chances to make the decks go round. You'll be back before they find another prison rodeo clown. Charlie took a job today, he wants to buy a Chevy. Work is hard, pay is light, his heart and mind are heavy. Charlie took home just enough without a dime left over. He wants a Chevy yesterday and he won't wait forever. Charlie, keep both your head and your engine on. Sure been good to see, though we know you can't stay long. You're bound to get 8 second chances to make the decks go round. You'll be back before they find another prison rodeo clown. Song before, 'cause you live so long within those prison walls, it gets hard to live without them. No, it ain't your fault. Seems someone's always watching, but there's no one else around. You'll be back before they find another prison rodeo clown. Found a truck today, he couldn't find a Chevy. Settled for a Ford and hollered out, they'll never catch me. Charlie almost made it to the way to Mexico. Wrong turn on turnpike, a roadblock on the road. Charlie, keep both your head and your engine on. Sure been good to see, though we know you can't stay long. You're bound to get 8 second chances to make the decks go round. You'll be back before they find another prison rodeo clown. Oh, you'll be back before they find another prison rodeo clown. Thank you. Don Richmond on the fiddle. Outlaw Martinez on the cajon.
Oh, yeah, we got to do something in the key of E. Don, we're going to do something in the key of E, but whatever you think as far as your choice of instrumentation. It's kind of a little country rocker kind of thing here. Pickup truck song. 1, 2, 3, 4.
that's me here, darling, on the cellular phone. Turn the TV off, put your boots back on, tie your long hair back, meet me out at the mailbox. You see me coming, slinging gravel across the boondocks. You won't believe it, I just got a deal on a brand new pick-em-up with chrome Mac wheels. There's a brand new pick-em-up, tinted windows, brand new pick-em-up, the two-tone fenders, the brand new pick-em-up, American made, brand new pick-em-up truck, pick-em-up, y'all. Come on and climb in, darling, we're heading to town. Turn the stereo up, flip your visor down, get your lipstick straight, fix your makeup in the mirror. Your mama's calling, make out like you didn't hear her. We'll go to Society Hall to see what all is cooking in a brand new pick-em-up. Everybody looking at a brand new pick-em-up, 4x4, brand new pick-em-up, 4 on the floor. The brand new pick-em-up, American made, brand new pick-em-up truck, pick-em-up, yeah. Got a deal, broke down and bought one. I got the wheel, you're riding shotgun. Maybe later on your daddy's back 40. We'll have a private little tailgate party in a brand new pick-em-up. Headache rack, brand new pick-em-up. The dualies on the back, we got a brand new pick-em-up, American made, brand new pick-em-up truck, pick-em-up, brand new pick-em-up. Brand new pick-em-up, got your brand new pick-em-up, American made, y'all. Brand new pick-em-up truck, pick-em-up, new pick-em-up truck. Just pick one up, new pick-em-up truck. Rock and roll.
Mighty fine, guys, mighty fine. I think I will do a good old country song. This is one that, actually, you know what I want to do? Since I got these two great harmony singers and I got this great violinist over here, I'm gonna do this one that we haven't done on the tour yet. I think you can give me a little bit more of the guitar right here in my wedge. Poquito más, por favor. These delicate ones, I gotta feel it. Here. This is one that I wrote when I was teaching school at Marble Falls High School. One tragedy after another befell our school, and I knew one of the kids. He was on my tennis team, and Mike's son was going to school at that time, and he knew several of the kids that were involved in a separate tragedy, and there was another tragedy that involved another kid. But anyway, I kind of wove it all into this story. A fake ID and a fast set of wheels. My bestest girl, a $20 bill. It's Friday, man, not a thing to do. But right around town, drink a beer or two, that's what we do. Kenny knows a man at the Jonestown store. He'll sell you a case, a whole lot more. We'll party all night, how does that sound? Spinning our wheels when the sun goes down. Spinning our wheels in the parking lot. Gotta look cool, Jenny looks hot. Spinning our wheels with time to kill. Spinning our wheels, spinning our wheels. Kenny's in his old man's new Cadillac. He's flying like a bird across the railroad tracks. He waves us down 'cause he's got the beer. The look in his eyes says he's got no fear. He's got the beer. He says we're wasting our time in this cowhead town. Can't make a move without the word getting round. Let's run for the border where we can't be found. Spinning our wheels when the sun goes down. Spinning our wheels toward the borderline. Gotta look cool, Jenny looks fine. Spinning our wheels with time to kill. Spinning our wheels, spinning our wheels in the parking lot. Gotta look cool, Jenny looks hot. Spinning our wheels with time to kill. Spinning our wheels, spinning our wheels. Jenny told me she'd never been that far as we climbed into old Candy's car. The beer in the backseat, Mexico bound. Spinning our wheels past the edge of town. Candy drove so fast, couldn't read the signs. To hell with the fools we left behind. We laughed and laughed until we cried. Spinning our wheels toward the other side. Windows down, feeling bulletproof. Wild and crazy, foolish youth as we drove through the night in that Cadillac. I never dreamed we wouldn't make it back. Spinning our wheels in the parking lot. Gotta look cool, Jenny looks hot. Spinning our wheels with time to kill. Spinning our wheels, spinning our wheels toward the borderline. Gotta look cool, Jenny looks fine. Spinning our wheels with time to kill. Spinning our wheels, spinning our wheels in the parking lot. Gotta look cool, Jenny looks hot. Spinning our wheels with time to kill. Spinning our wheels, spinning our wheels. y'all.
This is fun, y'all. Usually in most shows, I'll lean over to Mike because, you know, we're eye level. John Rogers had half the time, and I'll just lean over and go, music's fun, man. I did it on this song right when Don did a solo.
Music's fun.
Music's fun, man. So I did this record. We all have solo projects, and Michael, you picked up the gift box, which has 4 records in one. So we each put our last solo records on there, and we've been playing some of the songs off there. And this is one off that song, off that My Rails, which is my last solo project. A song called Colorado, believe it or not. And I didn't know I was coming here when I wrote the song. I wrote it right during COVID. My good friend Colin Boutwell came over to my place, and we knocked out a bunch of songs, man. But this one was special. I really enjoyed it. It was our first co-write. And we had Lloyd Maines played dobro on here. And if I'd have known Don Richmond at the time, I probably would have asked him. So I'm going to ask you now if you'll play dobro on this. And it's in the key of D, which hopefully is one of your
Can't
favorites.
go wrong with Lloyd Maines, I guarantee it.
Well, Lloyd's he's a treasure, but you're no slouch. And you guys are lucky to have treasures like this in your little community. And I will tell you from the bottom of my heart, this is one of the most fun gigs I've ever played. It's just such a great sounding room. So thanks, everybody.
Feel the smoke sting my lungs as I breathe in. I don't know how these damn things ain't killed me yet. Coffee's cold and there's nothing on the radio but hell. For years it's been like that. Make my way down whatever highway takes me farther from Cheyenne. In the daylight blues, several hundred ways to lose, searching for any way to win. Colorado, and the daylight burns through the sky in Durango, a chance to take my dreams to forget. Staring at the line, do I lead, do I follow? Either way, she won't be my last regret. Colorado.
alone in the haze, but I can see the faces of the ones that drove me here. Coffee still cold, and there's nothing on the radio but static drowning in my head. Colorado.
Very nice, guys.
It's a beautiful state you got here.
Yeah, I'm in. Count me in.
This will be flat. I mean, this will be in B flat. It won't be flat.
His favorite key.
Do y'all have any idea what a good audience y'all are? What a great audience. Give yourselves a round of applause. If you ever need a reference as an audience, just call us. We'll give you top ranking. Here's a song I wrote in a very dry year in Central Texas. Everybody's vehicle was dusty. And I was looking at the things people were writing in the dust back in those days, in the late 90s. There's one standard thing people wrote back then. It was, wash me. But here it was, the dawn of the age of the internet, and a big old UPS van about the size of that curtain right there drove by me on Main Street covered with dust, and somebody had taken their finger in great big letters had written in the dust, www.washme.com. So, a little more clever than the old one. I decided I should write a song about people writing stuff in the dust, and this is what I came up with. There were 18 dirt road miles or more between my place and her front door. When the weather got dry, that dust would cover my beat-up Ford. I remember so well that first sweet night. She said, please stay, and I said, all right. When I woke up in the morning, she was driving away to work. And when I looked for a note, I was out of luck till I walked outside to my beat-up truck. And she wrote, I on the left front fender, love you on my door, forever all the way to the tailgate of my beat-up Ford. She made hearts on all three hubcaps. Oh, what a sweet reward. I love you forever, written in the dust of my beat-up Ford. Well, I never did dream some words in dust would make my heart just dang near bust. Maybe you can understand now why I never do wash that truck. And a lot has changed ever since those days. We've got 3 kids, that road's been paved. Oh, but only yesterday it blew a windstorm full of dust. So early this morning she woke up, found my note on her brand new truck, and it said, I on the left front fender, love you on her door, forever all the way to the tailgate of her brand new Ford. I made hearts on all 4 hubcaps. Oh, what a sweet reward. I love you forever, written in the dust of her brand new Ford. All right. Take it, Don. Take it again, Johnny. I'll give it up for Don and John. Mighty fine. Ever since I wrote this song, I look for things that people write in the dust. A while back, I saw one on the Arkansas-Oklahoma border. It said, "Darn, now I have to go wash my finger." Best one I ever saw, though, was in your beautiful state of Colorado. My wife and I were taking a kayak trip, just a little half-day trip down the Gunnison River. Some friends of ours had moved our pickup truck on downstream for us. We had a beautiful float 4 or 5 hours that morning. We got to that Forest Service parking lot where our pickup truck was waiting. Pulled the kayak out of the water, started tying it down on top of the pickup truck. My wife, Annie, looked across the parking lot. She said, "Hey, there's only one other vehicle there." She said, "But look at it. It's a little Ford pickup truck, old step side, short bed. And it looks like something is written in the dust on the driver's side door." So I looked over there, but it was quite a ways away. We couldn't quite read what it said that far away. So we finished tying the kayak down on the truck. Then we grabbed our first cold beer of the day. We started walking over there to see what it said. I mean, I say we walked over there, but, you know, we're from Texas, so I sauntered. And my wife sashayed. I tried sashaying, Don. One time it didn't work out for me. So I sauntered. We got close enough to that truck where we could read what it said written in the dust on the driver's side door. My wife can back me up on this story. Got close enough to read it, and it said, "I bet you wish your girlfriend was as dirty as your truck." So early this morning she woke up, found my note on a brand new truck. It said, "I on the left front fender, love you on her door, forever," all the way to the tailgate of her brand new Ford. I made hearts on all 4 hubcaps. Oh, what a sweet reward. I love you forever, written in the dust of her brand new Ford on the left front fender. Love you on her door, forever, all the way to the tailgate. She goes all the way on. I made hearts on all 4 hubcaps. Oh, what a sweet reward. I love you forever, written in the dust of her brand new Ford in the dust. Left it in the dust. We found it in the dust. Ooh, yeah. She wrote, "I love you forever," in the dust of my beat up Ford. Yeah. That's a true story. You can ask my wife.
And he's the introvert of the group. No, I'm kidding.
Hey guys, we're going to do 2 more? We got time. 9:36.
2 more? Dos más.
I think, well, you should do one too. That's 2.
I just did one.
Yeah, but then
I'm going to come back to the story that I was thinking about earlier, and then I lost my train of thought. But my wife, during this little getaway in Fredericksburg that we had, because some folks from the University of Texas wanted me to come do a program for their scholarships fundraiser, and they put me up in a nice bed and breakfast in Fredericksburg, Texas. I mean, it was really nice. I mean, but I noticed my wife was wearing the old wedding band instead of the new one that I had made for her on the anniversary before. And I asked her, and it's what she said, word for word, is in this song, so I had to include her as a co-writer.
The man behind the counter gladly took my fine guitar. He offered to Ben Franklin's as he chewed on his cigar. It was a prized possession of rosewood, pearl, and string. I hawked my handmade heirloom for a pawn shop wedding ring. Once upon a pawn shop ring, our love was sworn aloud, the symbol of eternity from another's broken vow. But God can work His miracles in every little thing. He works in a strange way once upon a pawn shop ring. Turn it around. Mighty fine. On our anniversary, I bought a brand new band, never worn by any woman and never sold to any man. She whispered as she opened the small box from the store, our old pawn shop wedding ring still means so much more. Once upon a pawn shop ring, our love was sworn aloud, the symbol of eternity from another's broken vow. But God can work His miracles in every little thing. He works in a strange way once upon a pawn shop ring. Upon a pawn shop ring, our love was sworn aloud, the symbol of eternity from another's broken vow. But God can work His miracles in every little thing. He works in a strange way once upon a pawn shop ring. God works in the strangest ways once upon a pawn shop ring. Thank you. I got you back.
We're down to our last couple of songs. Can y'all take two more songs from us? Got enough time?
Well, the moon was rising and the night train did moan, and I watched her from the hillside alone, alone. I admit I was drinking, but I swear I seen it right. ran away with Mr. Night Train last night. Well, the night train made his move, half a bottle past 4. I was drunk, y'all, but I kept on drinking some more, some more. Sister Moon said, Night Train, I love to watch you roll. And the night train said, Moon, you are so cool the way you glow. Sister Moon ran away with Mr. Night Train last night. I was drinking, I was feeling all right. Shone bright, the sister moon ran away with Mr. Night Train last night.
Don Richmond on the dobro. Thank you for playing some songs with us tonight, Don.
Here comes Johnny. Greenberg. Well, the moon started falling and the night train rolled west, and they kissed at the skyline, undressed, undressed. Then the wine stopped flowing and it ended too soon, and I cried for the romance of the night train and the moon. And Sister Moon ran away with Mr. Night Train last night. I was drinking, I was feeling alright, alright. Night train was born and the moon shone bright. Sister Moon ran away with Mr. Night Train last night. Sister Moon ran away with Mr. Night Train last night. Sister Moon, she ran away with Mr. Night Train last night. was a nice little.
That was fun. Music's fun. Well, we've had a great time, and thank you for supporting not only us but this beautiful room that you have here in this charming town. I hope you have us back. We would love to come back. Thank you. So I wrote this song. This is kind of our closing anthem. Sometimes we close with this, sometimes we don't. When the audience is really great, we close with this song. I wrote this song back in about 2002, and I'd moved to Texas in October of 2000, and it was a really, just a tough times, but I moved back to Texas. I parked there and got all my stuff unloaded at the Larry Nye's Lazy L cabin, where I resided for a year and a half, but I had to go back to storage and stuff and sign some divorce papers and all that stuff. I don't want to bore you with the details. But I wrote this song, and when I crossed over the Red River into Texas, I just felt at home. And that's where the spark for this song came from, and these guys do a great job. Mike came up with a great harmony part. John Arthur came up with this great cajon part, and we just, this is our way of saying thank you, and please have us back and get home safe. This is called Red River Blues. Blakely right there. On the cajon from Cottonwood Shores, Texas, John Arthur Martinez. Yeah. Give it up. Now your hometown boy from Alamosa, down Richmond on the Dobro. The Outlaw Firm. Come back and see us. We'll meet you out there, shake your hands. We'd love to talk to you before we go. Sink and swam. Ooh, that red muddy water, I'm drowning. Yeah. Ooh, whichever road I choose, yeah. When it all comes down to Red River Blue. When it all comes down to Red River Blue. Mike Blakely right there. John Richmond. John Arthur Martinez. I'm John M. Greenberg. Thank you all so much. We'll see you next time. We're the Outlaw Firm. Thank you.
The Outlaw Firm, ladies and gentlemen. What a show. What an amazing musicianship. Really, just wonderful. Thank you all so much for being out at Society Hall tonight. Come back and see us as often as possible. Terry Klein next Friday. So anyway, be careful wherever you're headed now.